Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cybersecurity Whisper, the show where we decode the chaos of the cyber world with a little humor, a little sanity, and hopefully something you can use to make your week a little less breachy. And to my friends over at AWS reInvent, well, I hope you're listening from the Vegas escalators, the hallway track, or the line for overpriced coffee. I promise to keep this tight. I mean, you've got keynotes to pretend to pay attention to. I'm your host, Elliot, and today's episode is stacked. We've got a teenage ransomware boss who got caught because he reused passwords, insider threats starring CROWDSTRIKE, ransomware now targeting your AWS S3 buckets, developers leaking hundreds of thousands of secrets to free JSON beautifiers, FORTINET patching 0 days quietly, maybe too quietly, a supply chain attack dragging, 25,000 GitHub repos into chaos, why CISOs are losing their people and what to do about it, and how 95% of AI initiatives fail and what that means for your team. So let's buckle up. We're going to start with the cyber criminal formerly known as Ray, the administrator of Scattered Lapsus Hunters, which is a mashup of Scattered Spider, Lapsus, and Shiny Hunters. I mean, this kid, he's turning 16 next month, was running a global extortion ring. And how did he get caught? By doing what every hacker warns everyone else not to do. He reused a password and posted a screenshot of it publicly, with half his email visible, connected to an info stealer on his family computer in Jordan. I mean, cybersecurity is hard, but this is like robbing a bank and leaving your student ID card at the counter. Krebs on Security contacted his father, who thought Krebs was a scammer. I mean, that's relatable. So Ray messaged Krebs himself, confirmed his name, confirmed cooperation with Europol, and claimed he couldn't just dip out of this group. I mean, if you've ever needed a case study for insider risk plus teenage impulsiveness plus operational security failures, this right here is your motivational poster. So here is the takeaway. Every hacker is human. Humans make mistakes. Your detection strategy should assume that eventually their OPSEC will break if you're watching the right signals. So, again, credential reuse isn't just a user problem, it's an attacker problem too. Now, CrowdStrike fired an employee after screenshots ended up in the Scattered Lapsus Hunters Telegram channel, including an Okta dashboard. Now, CrowdStrike says no systems were compromised, and this was literally someone taking pictures of their screen and sending them externally. But every insider risk program ever just sighed loudly. So your takeaway is, look, you can have the best SOC in the world, but nothing stops a human with access and a smartphone. Which means your insider risk playbook needs good culture, strong monitoring, zero standing privileges, and a way to monitor screenshots and screen sharing. Because insiders are an identity problem, not a malware problem. Well, Trend Micro reports ransomware groups are now shifting from endpoints to AWS S3 buckets, abusing AWS's own encryption features. Yep, they're basically saying, look, why bring our own ransomware when AWS already has great encryption? Attackers are encrypting S3 objects using attacker-controlled KMS keys, then scheduling those keys for deletion, making data irrecoverable even for AWS. And the reason this works, well, versioning disabled, object lock disabled, excessive permissions, long-lived keys, misconfigured IAM, and backups stored in the same account. So again, look, if your backups are in the same AWS account as your production S3 buckets, well, congratulations. Your ransomware blast radius is set to everything. So you need to fix this yesterday. Enable versioning, enable object lock, separate your backup accounts, rotate your keys, and enforce least privilege. Cloud ransomware is the 2026 headline waiting to happen. Well, I wish I were joking. Developers are pasting secrets into free JSON beautifiers. Now, Watchtower found hundreds of thousands of credentials, GitHub tokens, AWS keys, API keys, even PII and bank data pasted into free websites like JSON Formatter and Code Beautify. Developers use the save feature. The sites listed recent links. Researchers crawled them. Someone else crawled them too. We know because they use the credentials. And so, look, your takeaway is create a policy today. No developer is permitted to paste corporate data into public online tools, period. Maybe you should also add outbound filtering for developer machines, secret scanning in your CI/CD, maybe training on data hygiene, browser extensions that warn about pasting secrets. I mean, humor aside, this is how modern breaches start. Well, FORTINET patched 2FortiWeb 0 days before disclosing them. Researchers caught it. Then a second 0 day emerged just days later. Both were being exploited. So the CISA gave agencies 7 days to patch. Silent patching might equal a false sense of security. So again, your takeaway is, look, track your product versions, not just advisories. If you suddenly see a routine update jump from maybe 8.0.1 to 8.0.2 with no explanation, assume it's probably security related until you're proven otherwise. Well, Shai Hulud 2.0, yes, we're doing Dune references now. Compromised NPM packages from Zapier, Postman, ENS domains, Async API, and many others. About 700 malicious package versions, 25,000 plus GitHub repos created with stolen secrets, 775 GitHub tokens, hundreds of AWS, GCP, Azure keys, payloads that attempt Docker breakout, credential scraping, IMDS harvesting, backdoor workflows installed automatically. I mean, this is the new supply chain reality. Attack one maintainer and you compromise everyone downstream. And so, look, your takeaway is verify provenance of NPM packages. You got to disable pre-install and post-install scripts in your CI. Use short-lived build credentials. Enforce deny egress on your CI runners. And scan your repos for indicators of compromise. Because NPM is the new threat vector, full stop. Well, new research shows most organizations can't figure out how incidents started. Why? Well, because the pressure to fix it fast overrides the discipline to investigate properly. Without proper logging or evidence retention in forensics, you enter the dreaded breach, patch, repeat cycle. And so look, from a takeaway standpoint, make forensic readiness part of your IR plan. Centralize your logs. Don't wipe servers immediately. Implement SIEM for VPN and IAM logs. Please conduct post-incident reviews and actually fix root causes, not just symptoms. I mean, a breach without learning is a gift-wrapped sequel. And we could go into a whole other episode on this, but that's also the same in terms of taking care of yourself and your mental health. And when you get sick, don't just fix the symptoms, fix the root causes. Now, reporting shows mid-level cyber leaders, directors, managers, tech leads are burning out and leaving. This sounds familiar, over and over, years and years upon end. Why? Too much accountability with too little authority, being on call 24/7, tool overload, audit overload, can I get an amen? No career path, no visibility, chronic understaffing. Now, CISOs, this is your wake-up call. Retention is a security control. I mean, you've got to build it intentionally. Delegate real authority. Sponsor people. Don't just mentor them. Build promotion paths. Much easier said than done. Tie compensation to risk reduction. Have you ever thought about that when you're building your compensation plans with your human resource teams? Tying that to risk reduction. Reduce tool sprawl, because again, having 85 security tools doesn't mean you're a better, more secure organization. And celebrate prevention, not just response. A leader who quits creates more risk than any vulnerability. Well, MIT says that 95% of corporate AI initiatives fail. Why? Because teams advocate to AI instead of augmenting with AI. A fractional CTO tried building an entire product with Claude Code, never writing a line himself, and discovered he couldn't understand his own code base 3 months later. I mean, that's not adoption, that's dependency. And so, look, our takeaway is use AI, hopefully you are, to enhance your people, not replace their thinking. And ask your team, look, does AI make us better or just faster at being confused? Well, so here's the theme across the stories today. Look, attackers make mistakes, developers make mistakes, vendors make mistakes, companies make mistakes, AI makes mistakes, and humans, the good ones, burn out. So cybersecurity isn't about perfection. It's about resilience, discipline, and not pasting your AWS keys into a random website because the JSON was a little ugly. And if you've enjoyed today's episode, feel free to hit whatever button your platform gives you to stay connected. Follow, subscribe, carrier pigeon, smoke signal. I'm not picky. And if you're at reInvent this week, drink water. Please stay hydrated. Until next time, stay safe, stay smart, and stay whispering. This is the Cybersecurity Whisperer signing off.